Pete, we all know you're fruity.
Hello!
So,
We've got to do this very quickly. Quinta de la Rosa, Douro red wine. So in our never-ending quest to basically have more and more Portuguese wines on the shelf.
We like De La Rosa.
We do. De la Rosa are brilliant. So basically, oldish family company. 140 years. They started off with a Feuhert family who were a port ship. And actually, the first bottle of vintage port I ever bought, 1977
Well, cheers to that, PNL.
However, they'd sold the company by then. Where are you going?
You're edging out of screen. I
sorry.
knew you were moving.
Okay, right, I'm sorry. Anyway, first bottle of port I ever bought. I know. First bottle of port I ever bought. Okay, and God.
There you go.
And I drank it with my grandfather. It was the last one he ever drank.
Not bad.
Anyway, but they'd sold it by then. They sold it in 1935, but they kept Quinta de la Rosa. And this is the important part. Kept the chateau, the Quinta in the Douro, and then they kept selling wine to the likes of Sandeman's and various other people. And then in 1988, when the rules changed, it meant they could start producing a port, but they also producing table wine.
It's good.
Yeah. So, I used to know these from a long time ago. I haven't probably tried them in about, well, how long's the shop been open? 13 years, nearly 13 years.
It's big and bright and juicy. It's opening. You've got all the red fruits there with like a little, I don't know what, black currant just
Sort
around
of
it
black
out.
curranty, sort of blackberry-ish. It's more sort of to me, more sort of slightly stewing blackberries.
Yeah, okay, I was gonna go with blackberries, but then it seemed a little tart for that, so maybe not ripe blackberries.
Of all the wines you've tried from Portugal, what does this remind you the most of? Imagine it's a slightly better version of it. Not that the other one's rubbish, it's just the one that you've tried as the sort of entry level.
It kind of reminds me of the blue
Rolla.
one and Rolla. It's like a slightly worse version of Quinta de, I'm forgetting it because I can see it in my mind. Blue label with gold writing that we drink at the table.
the Cavalas.
Yeah, but it's Quinta something.
Yeah,
It's not Cavalas.
Cavalas.
Cavalish is their white, but the red has.
Cidro.
Thank you.
Cidro.
Like a worse version of that and a better Rolla.
I was thinking that this is like a better version of Crevedo's Cloudy as Red. You've got that warmth and that sort of warminess fruit.
Okay, I can get on board with that.
We haven't seen each other in quite a while. Because I've been in France.
And I've been away.
And you've been working, doing your proper job.
And away.
And away. That's lovely. It's really nice fine
That's
tannins.
just easy drinking. Book club is gonna sip this right up.
Come along to our book clubs if you're in St Andrews. You get to try lots of samples because this is a sample. I knew I was stocking it before I even tried it because I know the producer, but this is a sample. So you get to try lots of interesting things.
Yeah, it's
message.
just well done. It just jumps right off. It's exactly what you smell.
Yeah, it's blackberries, it's black currants, it's got nice tannin, it's got nice cocoa, it's got a little bit of spice.
Fall weather.
Yes, it's not too wintry.
It's not wintry. It's not heavy enough to be wintry.
No.
Or it's not complex enough to be wintry. But it's the perfect transition season wine.
It's when you start getting that slightly richer food that you get in winter, but not quite there yet.
You could add it to like a nice stew.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't drink it the whole thing, which you will because it's yummy.
Plus it's also 24 quid and that'd be a bloody expensive stew.
But if you had the extras, then you'd had it open
That's
for a couple days and it was like, what do I do with this?
It's,
Stew!
it says fruity, elegant and balanced.
That's pretty accurate. Not gonna
2
lie.
out of 3 describe me.
You can buy
You can
this
make a decision
based on the label. Pete, we all know you're fruity.